without leading zeros. Which is a prime as well. As an Adam number. So prime number definition you know, right?
Yeah.
Prime number. A number having only two factors.
Yeah.
Only two factors. And Adam number is the square of the number. So of a number and the square of its reverse. Are the reverses to each other. Are the reverse to each other. Example, if n is equal to 13 and the reverse of n reverse of n is 0, then 13 square is equal to 169 and 31 square is equal to 31, 31, 3s are 93.
961 होगा ना?
हाँ 961 correct. 31 3s are 961. Alright. Fine. So if you reverse this now, if the reverse of 969, sorry, reverse of 961 is 169.
हाँ.
So we can say that okay, 13 is prime Adam number. 13 is prime Adam number. Fine.
हाँ.
So what you have to do in the program, okay, except accept two positive integers m and n, where m is less than n, where m is less than n as user input. Display all prime display all prime atom integer that are in the range that are in the range between m and n, both inclusive, and output them along with the frequency. In the format given below. Okay. So your input will be n equal to 5, n equal to say 100, then your output will be the prime atom integers are prime atom integers are 11, 13, 31. Okay. And the frequency of prime integers, frequency of prime atom integers is 3. Fine.
Yeah.
So do this one.
Okay.
I'll send this to you, or you have written the question in your copy.
मेरे पास हम स्क्रीनशॉट ले लेते हैं.
अच्छा, yeah, the thing is this कि तो मैं भेज देता हूँ 2 सेकंड लगेगा.
हाँ.
मैं भेज देता हूँ 2 सेकंड लगेगा.
Okay. तो मैं आपको शेयर करूँ मेरा वो
हाँ, you share your screen.
कैसे कर दिया?
Just look at my screen.
ओके
यहाँ पे ये ऑप्शन आता है.
हाँ
Right, if you click that one, you will get the option. Yeah, I got your screen.
ओके
View for the time being, you download Blue Jay, right?
मुझे है
You have Blue Jay ना? हाँ,
या
Blue Jay download कर ले. अब Blue Jay start कर ले. Blue Jay में initially program लिखना बहुत अच्छा होता है, and then you shift to Eclipse or
ओके
VS Code, whatever.
तो इसमें खाली एक ही क्लास बना के करने या फिर दो क्लास बना सकते हो ऐसे?
दो क्लास बना सकते हैं, but it depends upon you.
ओके
I just want to see object-oriented implementation of this problem. Because most of the kid, what they do, they write everything in one function,
या ओके
right? So I want object-oriented way to solve this problem. of you in your college, which book they are following?
Java for everything, I think. Java for everything, I think now.
Java for everything.
हाँ,
The name of the author is K. Horseman.
एक सेकंड मैं ढूंढता हूँ. देखो.
Usually Java for everyone, I think.
हाँ.
No? Very good book. ठीक है फिर.
ये
Java for everyone है ना? K.
हाँ.
Horseman का.
हाँ.
जो मेरा वाला छोटा सा विंडो है ना, उसको तुम लेकर नीचे नीचे रख देना तुम. पूरा नीचे चला जाता है वो.
ओके.
ठीक है. Can I ask you a small question?
हाँ.
The thing is this, why you have used static, public static boolean check prime?
तो ये चेक करेगा कि प्राइम है या नहीं. फिर प्राइम अगर
No,
प्राइम.
my question is not that कि ये prime check करेगी. My question is this कि why you have used static in this function?
लाइक स्टैटिक यूज करना है क्योंकि void में स्टैटिक है, तो फिर स्टैटिक कॉल नहीं कर पाएगा. फिर
स्टैटिक कॉल कर पाएगा ना, नॉन स्टैटिक कॉल नहीं कर पाएगा.
ओ हाँ हाँ हाँ.
अच्छा. हाँ, ये नॉन स्टैटिक कॉल नहीं कर पाएगा. अभी तुम स्टैटिक हटा दिया तो कॉल कैसे करेगा?
खाली चेक प्राइम और फिर इंटीजर डालेगा.
हाँ, तो वो एरर देगा तुमको.
क्यों?
मैंने जस्ट क्वेश्चन किया था, तुम्हारा प्रोसेस राइट है. मैंने वी आर हियर टू डिस्कस अ टॉपिक, राइट?
हाँ.
And at the end of the day, whatever correct you will accept and I will also accept. Don't treat me like a teacher and don't change it like this, right? We are here to discuss a topic, nothing else. So that is why I have a doubt why you have used static. So you have answered me the question, because as the main is static, and then that is why you have to write the function as a static function. Clear?
Yeah.
So don't change it. It will give you an error.
हाँ.
देख, एरर देता है, तुम देख ले उसको कॉल करके वहां से. अगर नहीं कॉल कर चेक प्राइम. Now you come down. See, it's showing you error.
हाँ.
ठीक है ना? तो मैंने सिर्फ क्वेश्चन किया था, why you are using static.
मेरे को हाँ.
ठीक. So you continue.
Okay. molecules. Equals. Protein. आई थिंक हो गया सर.
हो गया, रन करो. वो नीचे में डालना पड़ता है.
हाँ.
और ठीक है. डिफाइन बाई 0 दे रहा है.
ओ.
अब तुमको पता नहीं चल रहा होगा कि गड़बड़ी कहाँ है.
हाँ.
नहीं. एक्चुअली फर्स्ट चीज़ ये है कि तुम्हारा प्रोग्राम देखने के बाद पता चला कि ये फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग है नहीं. राइट.
हाँ.
पहला चीज़ यही है. एंड दूसरा चीज़ ये है कि यू कैनॉट डिज़ाइन ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्राम. राइट.
हाँ.
It's just, you have a very good sense of writing syntaxes, very good sense of writing syntaxes, but the problem is in the concept of object oriented programming. ठीक है ना.
हाँ.
देखो मैं ये वाला प्रोग्राम को कैसे लिखता हूँ. जैसे प्रोग्राम मिलता है ना, नेवर जंप टू राइट कोड. द फर्स्ट थिंग इज दिस, first mistake which students does. Okay, they thought, okay, I got a question. Now I switch on the computer and I will write down the code directly. Right. And sometimes they are very good in writing syntaxes of a language like you. You are very good in writing syntaxes. That's a very good thing about you. And your understanding of syntaxes is also fine. But the only problematic point is the approach, right? What approach you should take. Now, if you invest whole day also, this program you cannot rectify it. Got my point?
हाँ सर में आया सर.
समझ में आ गया. अब क्या होता है ना, इसके बाद सारा दिन इन्वेस्ट करने के बाद फिर तुम ये ले जाएगा सुदीप चैटर्जी के पास.
हाँ.
यू आर आल्सो फ्रॉम जेवियर्स ना.
हाँ मतलब 10th ग्रेड तक था.
हाँ 10th ग्रेड तक था ना. तो जेवियर्स में एक और प्राणी रहता है, उसका नाम है सुदीप चैटर्जी.
हाँ बहुत आते थे, बहुत याद है.
याद है ना, वो कंप्यूटर टीचर है तुम लोग का स्कूल का.
हाँ.
तुम लोग को मैम पढ़ाती थी या सर पढ़ाते थे?
मेरे को हाँ मैम ही पढ़ाती थी. कुछ सुष्मिता या वैसा कुछ था.
अच्छा अच्छा. वो तो थोड़ी अच्छी टीचर है. सर पढ़ाते तो वही, मैं सर के बारे में बता रहा हूँ. वो तुम्हारे स्कूल का सबसे फटीचर टीचर है. तुम्हारा दिन तो खराब होता ही, उसका दिन भी, वो अपना दिन भी खराब कर लेता है दूसरा बच्चा को ये प्रोग्राम दे देंगे. वो क्या करता है, एक प्रोग्राम जैसे मैं कुछ लोगों को प्रोग्राम देता था जैसे इस टाइप का, तो वो बच्चा जाके सुदीप से पूछा, सर ये कैसे होगा. सुदीप क्या किया, वो किसी और क्लास में दे दिया, ये प्रोग्राम कैसे होगा, और पढ़ाई नहीं हुई. This is what it has happened. He in Xavier's or whatever you go there na, the teacher what they do na कि they write directly a program. They don't write the plan of the code. जबकि बोला जाता है कि first you have to write a plan of the code. Right? First you need to plan and then you convert that plan to code. Right?
हाँ ये मैंने थोड़ा रोबोटिक्स में सीखा था.
First you need to plan and then you need to code.
हाँ.
So you didn't plan it. You directly sit on the there Because you are an intelligent person, it seems like that. You sit on there, okay, ये ऐसे से करना है, ऐसे ये करना है, ये करना है, हो जाएगा. And then you have written it. ठीक है ना? चलो मैं तुमको दिखाता हूँ कि कैसे सॉल्व करते हैं. How to solve a problem, right? And I will teach you few things like objects and classes also using this question. Okay. Actually, this question came in ISC practical
Oh,
few days back, class 12 practical. So this question is very easy. It is solvable by class 10 guy also. Not a problem. Okay. Sure. I'm sharing my screen. So
okay.
So this is a question which I have given to you. Right? So if this question is given to me, what I have done, I thought of things like there are few things which you need to thought of in computer. First, you need to thought about something called input, and then you need to thought about something called process. What you need to process, and then you need to thought about the outputs. Right? So what will be my input and what will be my process and what will be my output? So let me think about this something called objects, right? So what do you mean by objects? What do you mean by
Objects?
Objects. Right? What object contains, right? So for example, solving this problem, my object will contain two variables like m, right? And my object will contain n. And these two variable represents a range. These two variables represent range, right? And both are inclusive. Both are inclusive. Right? So first of all, in your code, I cannot create objects because there are no instance variable. So that is another problem. And then what I have to do, I have to design a process to take data in m and n. So I need a method called input, right? And what I'm going to do in this method, I'm going to take input, take data input for m and n. This is what I'm going to do. Then I need to check the range of numbers. Like say for example, m is approaching n, right? Say the value of m is 5, like that 6. So for example, I'm taking this example, 5, m is 5 and n is say 100. So it's approaching like this, 6, 7, like that. Okay. And it is approaching towards 100. Right. So, then what I have to do, I need to check whether this number is prime or not. So according to you, I have written another function. This function is void and this function is not returning anything. And I have to write a function called boolean is prime, and I need one parameter, say integer of x. Fine. And in this function, I will check here x is prime or not. X is prime or not. Now I have to check if the number is prime,
Right.
prime, right? Then what I have to do, I have to reverse the number, right? And I need to say 13 is a prime number. So what I have to do, I have to find out the square of 13. Say I need to find out 13 square. I need to find 13 square, which is equal to 169. Now what I have to do, okay, I have to reverse the 13, right? So 13 reverses 31, right? And then what I have to do, I have to square the number. So 31 square. I got 964. Fine. Then what I have to do, I have to reverse this. I have to reverse this. Now, so I will get 169. So if these two numbers are matching, then I will say that okay, 13 is an add-up number, right? So I need a method called reverse. I need a method called reverse. So what I will do, I'll write here int reverse, because I need to reverse two values. Yeah? I need to reverse this one as well as I need to reverse this one. So if I write this code, I have to write it twice. No, you have written it twice.
Yeah.
So basically, if I write it once, then my job is done, because I can call it for 2 times. So I can write here integer of x, and here it reverses the value of x. Reverses the value. Fine.
Yeah.
So my job is almost done. So now I have to write a function called boolean is prime integer of x. Fine.
Yeah.
So now what idea I should implement over here? So what I will do, I will check whether the x is prime or not first of all, right? So to check x is prime or not, I need to write here is prime, right? If x is prime or not, okay. If it is prime, then what I have to do, if it is prime, then what I have to do, I write and, okay.
Yeah.
And what I will do, I check whether I need to check whether 31 is prime, reverse of this number is prime or not. No?
Yeah.
I need to reverse this and check if the reverse of this number is prime or not. So I'll write here is prime, and I will call the reverse function here. The reverse of x. So it will reverse the number and check whether the reverse is prime or not. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. If both the conditions are satisfied, then what I have to do? If this condition is satisfied, if this condition is satisfied, then what I have to do? Okay, I need to find out the square of x, right? So I'll declare here say integer of sq is equal to x into x, right? And I need another variable here. Integer say r is equal to reverse of x, right?
Yeah.
And then what I will do, I got the reverse of r. Then what I have to do, I have to find out the square of r. So I write here r into r. So I got the square of r, right? And I will call the reverse function. I will call the reverse function. R-E-V-E-R. Yes. Take my screen a bit up. Reverse function. Fine. Then what I have to do, I have to write here if this reverse is equal to square. Fine.
Yeah.
Then I will return true. Okay. Then I will close. I have closed this. I have closed this, and then simply I will write here return false. Okay. So this will be the basic idea regarding this whole thing, right? Okay.
Huh.
This will be the idea. Means this will be the plan which I need to execute. So whenever I'll get any question or any problem, evenly from my client or side also, I always plan first. Fine. I'll give my 80% of time in planning and 20% time in coding, or in 20% time will be given to coding or testing. Right.
Yeah.
So code is not going to be a problem. Okay. Now I will write down the code and I'll show you how object-oriented programming is useful. Okay. See.
Oh.
So this will be my plan. So just a minute. So I need two variables. Right. Why I'm keeping private, I will answer you, right? I will explain everything
Okay.
regarding classes, class and object, right? Then I've given you one book also.
Huh.
And have fun. It's like a comic book of Java. So
Okay.
reading Java for everyone, it's more fun than reading Java for everyone. It contains less knowledge, but it is useful.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Java for everyone is the best book. Right?
Yeah.
But sometimes what happens ki when you are reading best books, you cannot acquire that much of knowledge.
Yeah.
Instead of comic book, you can acquire more knowledge.
हाँ.
Now,
Yeah. एकदम.
this is what happens to us when we are reading school English school textbook. We are not acquiring the knowledge. When we are reading other book, we are acquiring the knowledge.
Yeah.
No, it happens. It happens to you also, and it happens to me also. I'm a very bad student in my school days. Horrible student. I cannot score uh, more than 52-53%.
और मेरा भी वही हालत था जब हम क्लास 10 में था.
So, in class 10, I have done very well.
Oh.
But before that, 7, 8 was horrible student. 9, 9 first term, not gone well. Then I got some good teachers. The God's grace. Then they helped me a lot.
Oh.
Then I got very good marks in ICSC and ISC also. Private. So I have two variables, M and now I'm writing one constructor also. Public. How to get this pop-up out?
हाँ.
I got the pop-up out ना.
कौन सा?
जैसे मैंने लिखा ना SC डॉट एंड देन पॉपअप गेट आउट.
हाँ.
कैसे करते हैं पता है?
नहीं, मेरे को ज्यादा ब्लू जे नहीं आता.
हाँ, उसको उसको इस तरीके से करते हैं. आफ्टर गिविंग द डॉट, इफ यू प्रेस कंट्रोल स्पेस, राइट,
Oh.
it will pop up everything, whatever the functions inside the scanner class now, that will be displayed on your window, and you can select directly, so it will be typed directly.
कंट्रोल स्पेस राइट.
हाँ, कंट्रोल स्पेस.
ओके. हाँ, मैंने ट्राई किया, हो गया.
वैसे करने से आ जाएगा. ठीक है ना? You learn loads of things from me like this.
ओके.
You remember it because as you are in computer science field, तो इसी से कमा के खाना है. सारी चीज आनी चाहिए. This is your upper bound. And there is another thing which you missed out. You didn't check the range is entered properly or not.
Oh, okay.
So m should be less than n, right?
Yeah.
M is less than n. Is greater than n. or evenly if it is equal to n, that is also not acceptable.
Okay.
Range फॉर्म ही नहीं हो रहा है तो क्या accept करेंगे? Write down a message. Okay. Have you ever used ERR?
नहीं. तो System.err से क्या होता है? एरर प्रिंट करता है.
एरर प्रिंट करता है. ये तुम्हारा जो टर्मिनल विंडो है ना,
या
तुम्हारा जो टर्मिनल विंडो है ना, terminal window is divided into 3 parts.
हाँ.
Terminal divided into 3 parts. This part is called an in. This part is represented by in. This part where you will see all your errors is represented by ER. And here you see all your output, it is represented by out.
Oh, okay.
Understood? All three are the objects of system class. All three are the objects of which class?
System.
System class. They are defined inside the system class. These three objects, out is defined. So system is a class. System is a class, and out is defined inside system class. Fine. ERR is defined inside system class. IN is defined inside system class. So name of the out class is O string. ERR is also O string, and in is I string.
Okay.
And all three are static. All three are
static.
Sorry. All three are static. I'm just writing this.
Oh.
You understood now? All three are static. So that is why I'm using the class reference. So that is why I'm writing this as system.out. Right. So system is a class. System is a
class.
And out is
object.
No, out is not the object.
Sorry.
Out is a instance variable. Instance or class variable. You can say class variable, not instance variable. Saying what is wrong here? Out is a class variable. Class variable. So class variable is always accessed with the help of class reference. So dot is a reference operator and you can access. And inside this class, OStream class, printf, println, println, and printf functions are defined, right? So this out dot, you write print, or println or printf, right? So there are multiple print and println and printf functions are defined here inside this class, OStream class. So system is a class. In that class, this out variable is defined, right? So that is why we are accessing it directly because out is static. Out is
static.
Understood?
Yeah.
It will be more clear. The static keyword will be more clear as you go with me with 2-3 classes.
Okay.
And it will not get clear in one class because you need experiences. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
You know how to drive car?
Yeah.
So, so when in your first class of driving, what the people say, the teacher says that this is your gas pedal, this one is brake, and that one is. If it is an automatic car, then there will be no clutch. But if you are driving in India, it's a manual car. So in manual car, you have one something called clutch, and then you have to shift the gears, right? So how
Yeah.
to shift the gears? But when you sit on the driver's seat and start the car, and when car starts moving, everything is out of the control,
Yeah.
right? The thing
Yeah.
is ki, then you need to start controlling your car. And as much as you are getting experiences, you are learning more things. So
Hmm.
same thing happens with Java also. There are many things which the conception is not going to be too clear till you are using it, right? So
Yeah.
when you face problems, you will find that key you got a new learning. Whenever you face the next problem, you will find a new learning. So in that way, the things get improves day by day. ठीक है ना?
Huh.
चलो. So you understood that part, right? System dot
Yeah.
out, right? In and all.
Yeah.
So I'm using a system.err.print because it's a problematic statement and it should print in the error part, right? Because this is an error. So
तो फिर वो उसके बाद खुद से ही क्विट कर लेगा प्रोग्राम या नहीं?
नहीं करेगा, you have to give instruction.
Okay.
So here to quit the instruction, you can write here system dot
Exit.
exit. Realize that this is the problem.
What is the number inside?
System dot exit.
Yeah.
System
And
dot
then
exit will exit from the program execution, and it will return one value, and that value is called 100. So we realize that we exit from this point,
oh, okay,
right?
okay. Yeah.
That is only indicator 100, whatever value you can give.
Okay.
So if our input is proper, because if the value of m is less than n, then this program will continue. Right? So our next job is to check whether the number is prime or not. So that's
Yeah.
great. So I'm using your method, your logic of prime, then I will teach you my logic of prime also.
Okay.
Teacher of equal to 1. So return and for loop exists. Check. Condition is false, then return false. This is the primes logic. Now I have to write the reverse logic.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Into X. First the number. Then I have to check Boolean. If X. Of then if अच्छा, if reverse if of R into R, right? 31 का reverse is equal to otherwise I will return false. Fine. So I have done the coding.
Yeah.
So void or do one thing कि I can write it as void
Test.
and what I will do, I'll call the I'll create a object, right? So how to create an object? I'll write here prime say OB created the object. Now I will call OB dot, I'll call the input function. I will call, okay, I can write another function where the whole thing gets printed. No? So I'll write here public void. I need to print all the numbers and count also. Now
Yeah.
public print print prime Adam. here you can create a for loop.
Okay.
For because both are inclusive, right?
Yeah.
We have written. I've not written this in my idea. So I need to print all the, because I was solving with one problem only, one number, by taking only one number during this process of explaining. So now I have to do it for multiple numbers. So multiple numbers will be generated by m and n. Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah.
now I will call the function called is is prime prime. I will put here. This function returns true. That means I need to increase the count. That is C++. Fine.
Okay.
What I have to do, okay, I have to print the values also. So I will write here. Now I will print the numbers also. System. I will print the value I with a space.
Okay.
Here I will write a message also. System. And I'm writing uh, prime Adam integers are, right?
Yeah.
In some line. Okay.
Yeah.
And then this will be printed and get counted. And here I will write a message. And I will write here Adam prime integers is right here plus C. So and
Yeah.
so I can call ob dot input and I can call ob dot print prime Adam. That's it. And my job is going to be done. So it's compiled this. So there is no error out there. And let's execute. So, so I have to create the object, right?
Yeah.
Created the object. And you can, if you double click on this object now, you will find that M and N are there. And it is not containing any value, right?
Yeah.
Now you call this method. So I'm just directly calling the test method. Okay.
Yeah.
I have called the test method. And it's asking for lower bound. Say I've entered here 5. Upper bound. I've entered here 100. So prime Adam integers are, it's not printing the prime Adam integers. Okay. So there may be some issues. 0, 0. reverse function. Let's check the reverse one. So you click on reverse and then you enter 45. So this function is not working.
Oh.
X is greater than 0. R plus equal to x multiplied by 10 and x slash equal to 10.
Yeah.
Let me check one by one function. Let's check prime function. Let's put here 13. So it has returned 2. So this one is working fine. You can test it with false. It's working fine. Then we can work with another function. The reverse. Not reverse. The reverse is 120. Oh, it's adding. That is a problem. Oh, I think I have not used the logic properly. Reverse. Into this. Let's call the reverse function once again. 321. Now it is working fine. So let's call the test. Let's call the test. Yeah, there is a test. When you are writing object-oriented programming, it's very easy to detect the problems. Fine.
Yeah.
Now you can call the test function. It's asking for lower bound. Say I have entered 5.
Okay.
Just printing the prime integers. And the frequency of the prime item integers is 3. Okay. Fine. We can increase the range also, like we can call the test function, and we can increase the range, like say 5 to there are only 6 numbers. It's working, right?
Yeah.
And here you can see that here you can see that M and N, right, is
Yeah.
0 here, 0, right?
Yeah.
So I want to input a value here. So what I can do, I can call the function called input, right? And I have entered here, say 10, right?
Okay.
And here 20. Right? So how many numbers are there? 13. Only one number is there.
Yeah.
In that. So you can see that the 10 and 20 is stored in M and N.
Oh, okay.
Right? Now if I call this function print prime atom directly. So
Yeah.
see the output. Okay, 11 and 13 both are there. 2 numbers. Now this printing prime atom integers are on this. Now you can test with more values, like you change the value of this instance variable by calling the input function. Right? So you have written here 100 and here you have written say 5000.
Yeah.
So now you can see the value of object. It has changed, right? 100 to 5000. Now it will print the values between 100 to 500. So I have called the void print prime atom again. Now you see that it has printed. Okay. So when your approach is object oriented programming, so you can test your code and do the experiments properly, right? But according to your approach, the, to debug the code is also very difficult, and if it contains any problem, to handle those problems, it is also difficult.
Yeah.
Right? This code is quite laggy, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, right? It took a little bit of time. See, when I'm increasing the range, see, just a minute. I'm calling the input function again. Say, I am writing here 10, and I'm writing here, say, 50,000.
Okay.
So you see, this is fine because input is that it's 10 to 50,000, right?
Yeah.
And now when I call this function print Adam, now see the time it will take. So it has given the output, right?
Yeah.
Till now it is not given the output. See, now it has completed the code. Right? It's taking time.
Yeah.
Where is the problem?
I think
I'll open the code.
Checking prime.
Right. So the thing is this key, this check prime function, and this logic is having problem. No?
Yeah.
So, do you have any idea to improve this logic?
So prime number has only two factors. No.
No. I'll give you this idea. Okay. Whenever you write code or whenever you write program, right from now,
Yeah.
so you need to think about the performance of the code, right?
Yeah.
So that is the difference between Apple's iPhone and other phones, right? So Apple company invests loads of money in programming than investing the money in the hardware,
Yeah.
right? Even the same thing happens with the Google Pixel also. They invest loads of money designing the software, not with the designing of the hardware.
Yeah.
So they hire good programmers, and good programmers always uses the hardware properly, right?
Yeah.
So that is why good specs phones like in India you will find the phone like Xiaomi. I don't know whether it is available in America or not. No,
I think so.
it's available.
No.
Xiaomi in India you will find the phones like Xiaomi, Oppo, Vivo, like that companies are flourishing because
Oh.
Indians are fool.
Yeah.
The reason behind is that why they have got a very good specs. Hardware specs is very good, but they don't have a proper software, right?
Yeah.
Because they don't invest in software,
Oh.
right? If the software is good in those phones, then Apple iPhone will be blown away by them,
Yeah.
right? Because their specification hardware is very good. But if you install the Apple's iPhone software into the Vivo phone, then what will happen? Okay, Vivo phone's performance will boost up, right?
Yeah.
So that is not possible till now. So that is the thing. The Apple people gives logic, insert logic. They always think about refinement of the programs, right?
Yeah.
So that is why that is what you need to think. You need to always think about a refinement of your code. Okay, so this is the starting point. So I'm telling you, you always think about the performance of the code. So
Okay.
let's take this code into our code blocks, and I will explain you what is happening over here.
Okay.
See here, the value of x. You can think about a value of x. Any value, say any value.
13.
Take a bit bigger. Like, say
9.
18.
Okay.
Okay. So 18 is not a prime number. No.
Yeah.
So C is 0. D is equal to 1. And D is less than equal to x. Right? So 1 is less than equal to 18. And then this loop will execute sequentially. Right? Like how many times?
12.
18 times.
18, sorry.
When the value of D is 19, then you will come out and check the value of C is 2 or not. If it is 2, then you return true. And in our case, it is false because the value of C will be more than 2. Because factor of 18 is 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18 itself. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The value of 6, C will be 6. Understood? I'm not going inside. I'm not going in too much of detail, right? Can you imagine if this value is like, say, if this value is like, sorry. Say you just imagine that if the value of x is 49,232. So it will take 49,232 steps to solve the problem. Now,
Yeah.
so if you take your head properly, if you think a bit, like to solve this problem,
Agar
say,
if I use the while loop and say if C is not equal to 3, or inside I'll check for all the numbers, and if the C becomes 3, I'll just exit loop.
Don't think about loop. Think about this thing. Okay. Think mathematically. Okay. Even in that case, also it will take time, and I have to write if statement. So this if decision always takes time. So whenever there is a decision statement in your looping part, it will take more time. It will take more time. So what you can do, you can write this code in this way. Okay, if you have written this code in this way, that key first you have written it like this. Key, if x is greater than 2, and you have written here x modulus of 2 double equal to 0, so simply return false. Right?
Yeah.
Or even write one thing here, or x is less than 2. So this is one step problem. So this is an even number, see?
Yeah.
And it is solved in one step.
Okay.
So now if you have written this code in your function, then your problem is solved in how many steps?
One step.
Right? And now it is taking how many steps to solve? 49,232.
Yeah.
Steps. Right? So this
Yeah.
this problem is solved, right, by using one step. So what happens if this condition is false? So you are left with only odd numbers, right?
Yeah.
So you are left with you are left only with odd numbers. So odd numbers are like 3, 5, 7, 9, uh, then 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21. So now you can see that the numbers like 9, 15, 21, all these numbers are divisible by which number?
3.
Very simple answer. And you need only one divisor. You need only one divisor to prove that the number is not a prime number.
Yeah.
I'm correct, right? Okay. So what you can do here, you declare a for loop, whatever while loop, whatever you want. You declare a for loop like in say divisor is equal to 3. Now what happens this the divisor of a number always present between 3 to square root of that number. 3 to
Square root of that number.
square root of that number. Square root of say square root of 49,000. Say let's make it odd. Let's make it 49. Right. So
Okay.
3 to square root of 49 is what? 7. Right. So
Yeah.
3, 5 and 7. These three are the value that may divide 49. That may divide 49 and prove that okay, this number is not a prime number. So it's possible, right? So
Yeah.
how many steps needed to prove that 49 is not a prime number? 3 steps. 1,
Yeah.
2, and 3. And 49 is not a prime number. Understood. So now you
Yeah.
take another instance. Take another instance. If say for example 3 to say you have a number called 97. Math dot sqrd of 97. So what will be the square root of 97?
Around 9.9, 9.8.
And 9.8 or something. So what do? You convert this into integer. Convert this into
Integer.
integer, right? And what you do? You start your loop like this: 3, then 5, then 7, and then 9. And if 97 is divisible by any of these values, it is not a prime number.
Okay.
And when the loop gets over, that means 97 is a prime number.
Oh, okay.
So it's quite a faster process, right?
Huh.
Now, how many steps? 1, 2, 3, and 4 steps. In 4 steps, you can say that 97 is not a prime number. Is a prime number. Is a prime
Right.
number. Right. If you take 99, in one step you can say that 99 is not a prime number. Right? 2 steps. First is this one, and second is this one. Understood?
Yeah.
So I'm writing this logic. D is equal to 3. D is less than equal to. I'm converting the result into integer. Math dot sqrd of x. And I know that number is odd number, so I will write here d plus equal to 2, and I'll start the loop. And then in the loop I'll check if x modulus of d double equal to 0, I directly return false.
Yeah.
Return false. Right? And at the end of the loop, right, I will simply write here return true. And this code is quite smart. No?
Yeah, एकदम.
Smart. So let's change this code to the existing code, and let's see how it improves the performance. Right. So you always think about the performance, right?
Yeah.
Your algorithm should be good. You keep revising your algorithms, right?
Yeah.
ये ऐसे हो गया, ये थोड़ा जल्दी भी हो सकता था, and then loads of thinking, right? So This is a different world. Computer programming is a different world. Let's write this here. Now, let's check the performance of this code. So it is improved, right?
Yeah, significantly.
It is improved. So this is what this is the thinking or the seed of thinking I've started in your head from today. So you start thinking like this in every program. How should you can improve the performance of the code? Whether my code is efficient or not, you need to think like that, right? If your machine is efficient, right, then people will buy your machine. If your machine is not efficient, people will not buy your machine because other people are providing efficient solutions, right? Efficiency means money, right?
Yep.
If people can, if you can add the value to other people, right? If your idea can add the value to other people, then you will get payment. Otherwise, you will not get payment,
Yeah, that's it.
right? So you need to think about these things, right? Sure. Let's go back here. And now there is a question scratching in your head, sir. You have not used main function, which is static, and how I can use the static function, main function to call this. Right. Let's do that part also. How to use the whole thing in main function. You can write main function over here also, and you can write main function in other class also. Okay.
Yeah.
So You can do that also. Like this, you can create a new class. Here you can create. Call the method called prime Adam here. Sorry, you can create the object of prime Adam here.
Yeah.
This is a constructor, and now you're calling the
Oh.
here. You need to call the print method. Yeah. Oh, so I'm calling the non-static methods into the static method, right? And it is working. You put here, say that. So that's given the answer. Frequency of prime Adam integers is 14, and these are the values.
Okay.
Okay. So from a static method, you can call the non-static method by creating the objects, right? By
Yeah.
creating object and then call the method. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Then I'll explain this whole thing. Okay. Let's copy it. And you can write the main method in the same class also here also.
Okay.
Then if you want the main method in the same class, you can do that also. You can copy it. It will work like this. It's working, right?
Yeah.
The main function and it's working. So I went to There's only one here. And there's another thing, if in that range, right? If it's
Yeah.
in that range, if there are no prime Adam integers are present, then it will print no prime integer Adam integers are there, right?
Yeah.
That thing should be there. No,
Yeah. So
I just realized it. So how to do that? So let's create one variable called string. String. And here put this whole thing inside the string. You write is greater than 0. E is greater than 0. Then your plus equal to of this one. Then you write down this out. No. So, fine. Just printing the output. Whenever I'm entering here, so 1 to 10. Here are 2. In which range it is not present? 35 to 50. Let's try with 35. No time, add integers. Fine. So now this code is looking perfect as the time goes by, right?
Yeah.
So here in string variable, you can store the strings like this.
Okay. Yeah.
This is what you have seen for the first time in your life.
Yeah.
So it's very much clear to you right now. So let's copy this code. So here, this is class, right?
Yeah.
Class name. Private means that these variables are not accessible outside the class. These variables are not directly accessible outside the class. So this is a constructor basically, right?
Yeah.
Constructor. It is basically a special kind of a function having same name as of the class, and it is called automatically, or it is called using new operator during instance creation, during object creation, during object creation. during object creation, during object creation or instantiating. Instantiating. Fine.
Yeah.
And this is the input function. With the help of this, you can take input. All these are called this input function, right? All these are member function. All these are member functions. Member function. This is also a member function. This is also a member function. So when object is created, right? The theory part is here. When object is created, or you can say when object is created or born, fine. It will contain member variables, fine, called, we can say that this is called characteristics, and behaviors, which is defined as a member methods or function behaviors.
सर आप फ्रीज हो गए हो.
हाँ,
आप फ्रीज हो गए हो. नहीं आ गया.
नहीं फ्रीज नहीं हुआ था एक्चुअली. वो मेरा ड्राइंग ऑप्शन हट गया था अचानक से, because I have used the keyboard suddenly. Member variables, characteristics and behaviors, which is defined in member functions. Right. So what is someone asked what is an object, right? So object is consisted of member variables, which is called characteristics, and behaviors, which is defined by its member function. Fine.
Yeah.
And the best part is that here data and methods are binded together, right? And this binding is called encapsulation. Encapsulation, right? Or class. Right. So here data and methods both are binded together, and the best part is that data is independent and method is also independent, and the method is also
independent,
and they are binded together, right?
Yeah.
So that is the best part. Say for example, you created one object, right? And you created the object of say prime atom, one object of prime atom, right? And you created, say the name of this object is say OB1. This is OB1, and you created another object of prime atom. This is OB2. This also contains a variable m and n. This also contains a variable m and n. Both the objects are different, right? And both the object contains similar type of behavior. Both the objects contain similar behavior. Right? Both the objects have same behaviors. Same behaviors. Understood?
Yeah.
You can create billions of objects of one class, right? And all the objects will have same behavior. Understood?
Yeah.
You can think this analogy like all the Java programmers know what is called object and what is called class because they are Java programmers. And every programmer have a different idea, different logic. But the thing is this, okay, they always implement the object-oriented analogy. Understood?
Yeah.
So this is the introduction of object class, right? Now comes something called static and non-static, right? There's something called static and non-static. Static is something like global in Java, right? It is referenced. It is referenced with class name. With class name. It is referenced by object. Understood? So object can access non-static references. Understood? That means object can access non-static behavior. What kind of behavior?
Non-static.
Non-static behavior. But if you want to access static thing, that means you need a class name. Right?
Yeah.
Understood?
Yeah.
So it is not associated with the object. First, next thing is it is not associated with object. And the non-static is it is associated with object. It's associated with object.
तो स्क्रीन वापस फ्रीज हो गई.
फ्रीज हो गया. आ जाएगा यार थोड़ी देर में.
ओके.
आ गया.
नहीं.
तो फ्रीज हो जाने से ना एक बार मिनिमाइज और मैक्सिमाइज करना वो रिफ्रेश हो जाता है.
क्या?
मिनिमाइज और मैक्सिमाइज करना वो रिफ्रेश हो जाएगा.
ओके. हाँ.
आ गया.
हाँ.
यहाँ तो इंटरनेट ठीक है. क्लियर वो आइडिया उसके बारे में. नेक्स्ट थिंग there is other differences like that of static members are globally available. Non-static members are not globally available. ठीक है ना. सो ये सारे डिफरेंसेस है दोनों के अंदर और भी डिफरेंसेस हम लोग को देखने को मिलेंगे एज वी proceed with the programming. This is the basic idea regarding class and objects and how you approach with problems.
अच्छा.
Fine.
तो स्टैटिक और नॉन स्टैटिक दोनों ग्लोबली अवेलेबल है, राइट?
Non-static members are are not globally available. ठीक है ना, क्योंकि
हाँ
उसके लिए पहले तुमको ऑब्जेक्ट्स डिक्लेयर करने पड़ेंगे एंड देन यू कैन यूज इट, अदरवाइज यू नॉट यूज इट।
ओके
और स्टैटिक वाला जो है उसको कुछ डिक्लेयर करने का रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है, ऑब्जेक्ट डायरेक्टली इफ यू नो द नेम ऑफ द क्लास यू कैन यूज इट।
ओके
ठीक है ना।
हाँ
मेरे को लगता है तुम्हारा ऑपरेटर्स का फंडा तो क्लियर है, आई डोंट हैव टू गो थ्रू इट, फाइन। और ये थोड़ा फंडा क्लियर नहीं था, तो जो मैंने आज क्लियर कर दिया।
हाँ
तो वो तुमको कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स भेज देगा आज, ठीक है ना। सो
मैं
यू नीड टू सॉल्व, आई विल सेंड यू 5-6 प्रॉब्लम्स टुडे,
ओके
ठीक है। तो तुम एवरीडे एक एक प्रॉब्लम करके मेरे को देते रहना। फिर नेक्स्ट क्लास में वी स्टार्ट विद कंस्ट्रक्टर्स एंड फंक्शन ओवरलोडिंग एंड ऑल,
ओके
फाइन। द पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म वाला जो पार्ट है ना वो
हाँ
हम करेंगे, ठीक है ना। तो
हाँ
हम तुमको भेजते रहेगा, और अगर वो सॉल्व नहीं होगा तो फिर यू शुड कॉन्टैक्ट मी।
ओके। और सर मेरा टेस्ट भी है ये थर्सडे,
ये थर्सडे को
टेस्ट
टेस्ट है, क्या चीज़ के ऊपर?
लाइक वही फर्स्ट फर्स्ट पार्ट पे, लाइक पहले तो इंट्रोडक्शन, पहले CSE 110 का जो था, और
हाँ हाँ,
फिर थोड़ा
तुम लोग सी एस सी
पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म।
110 में क्या था? इसलिए हम सी एस सी 110 किसी को पढ़ाया नहीं है।
CSE 110 में बेसिक जावा था, जो लाइक इंट्रोडक्शन टू जावा, जिसमें UML डायग्राम तक सिखाता है सब चीज
अच्छा
बेसिक।
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा। अच्छा, मतलब तुम्हारा आज तो तुम्हारा सिर्फ इतना सा ही हुआ है,
हाँ
तो आई थिंक इसी का टेस्ट होगा क्लासेस का। और
हाँ
मैंने मैंने आज जो प्रोग्राम तुमको कराया उसका जैसे प्लानिंग कर सकते हैं यूएमएल में।
हाँ
उसके बाद नेक्स्ट डे मैं तुमको ये सारी चीजें करा दूंगा, इंटरफेसेस, एब्स्ट्रैक्ट क्लासेस एंड पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म।
ओके
इंट्रोडक्शन टू जीयूआई, फिर array list, linked list, tag queues, introduction to binary tree, फिर algorithm है, recursion, searching, sorting, big notation, और exception and input output streams, exception handling, find, read and write, serialization। Java concept, late objects by या तुम लोगों को लेट ऑब्जेक्ट्स दिया है, तुम मेरे को एवरीवन बताया, स्कूल
वही
कॉलेज से क्या? अच्छा
लाइक
वही है, लेट
हाँ वहाँ
ऑब्जेक्ट्स फॉर
पे
एवरीवन।
हाँ, मतलब मेरे को लाइक टीचर वही बोलती है कि जावा फॉर एवरीवन यूज करो।
ओके, और जावा फॉर एवरीवन बहुत अच्छा किताब है।
बट उसमें से लाइक किताब में से कुछ पढ़ते ही नहीं है, जो सिखाती है वही बस वही है।
क्यों, टाइम नहीं होता है पढ़ाई का?
नहीं, बहुत बहुत काम रहता है, और फिर
क्या करते
लेजी।
हैं, क्या करते हैं तुम लोग?
पहले 19 क्रेडिट है, उसके ऊपर हम रिसर्च भी कर रहे हैं थोड़ा।
अच्छा, क्या चीज़ पे रिसर्च तुम्हारा?
तो एक प्रोफेसर है, उनका रिसर्च है कंप्यूटेशनल फ्लूइड डायनामिक्स पे, तो हम
अच्छा
बेसिकली उनसे सीखने का ट्राई कर रहे हैं थोड़ा।
अच्छा, चलो अच्छा है यार, तुम लोगों को एक्सपोजर मिल रहा है उधर।
हाँ
ये सुहित तुम्हारे रूम में है?
नहीं, सोच मैं तो घर पे हूँ, सोच नहीं है।
अच्छा तुम घर पर है, ओके
हाँ
ओके। अच्छा तुम अपने घर से कम्यूट करता है कॉलेज?
हाँ
ओके, आज कॉलेज आज तो बंद होगा ना, तुम लोग का संडे भी शुरू हुआ है?
हाँ, नहीं संडे खत्म हो गया अब।
अच्छा हाँ, तुम लोग का खत्म हुआ है, हम लोग का मंडे चालू है।
हाँ
ठीक है वेव, हम तुमको आज कुछ कोड्स भेज देते हैं। मेरे को थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा क्योंकि मेरे को थोड़ा ऑफिस निकलना है।
ओके
चलता है, हम तुमको इवनिंग तक कोड भेज देगा तो बेसिकली तुम्हारे मॉर्निंग तक पहुंचेगा।
ओके ठीक है ठीक
कोड नहीं भेजेगा, क्वेश्चन भेजेगा, सॉरी।
हाँ
फिर तुमको क्लास का रिकॉर्डिंग भी मिल जाएगा, मैंने जो आज पढ़ा है, और मैं ये जो लिखा था ये भी भेज देता हूँ तुमको पूरा।
ओके थैंक यू
ठीक है, चलो फिर बाय।
बाय